Now presenting Mr. Mike Coyne, Governor's Hurricane Conference Board member representing the National Weather Service.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our next award is the Tropical Meteorology Award. It's presented to an individual or organization that has made outstanding or substantial contributions to the advancement and knowledge, application, or understanding of the hurricane forecasting and warning process in the state of Florida. Since 2004, Mr. Mike Boylan has been educating people about trends, model runs, and everything else tropical weather related through his website. He does not forecast, but his dedication and contributions to the citizens of Florida and providing tropical weather information in layman's terms, helping to explain what the forecast trends mean, and how to follow all the extensive maps, charts, and graphs located on his website, Mike's Weather Page, aka SpaghettiModels.com. The 2021 Tropical Meteorology Award goes to Mike Boylan of Mike's Weather Page.
Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters. They don't understand. Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here in Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
All right, good morning, world. Used to be just Good Morning Facebook, but now we're on YouTube and X and MWPchat.com. So good morning, world. How about that? Oh, it's Monday, I believe. I don't know why I'm all confused on what day it is, but I'm guessing it's Monday out there, right? I think it's Monday. Happy Monday. I believe it's Monday. Somebody confirm, is it Monday? It's Monday. We got a little bit of weather to talk about. We do. We're going to say hello for a few minutes. We got Hunter on my lap today. He's doing really good. He's breathing awesome. He had a little allergy run, but he's doing a lot better, and skin's really coming along good. He's slowly turned into like a fluffy Frenchie. I don't know how that's even possible, but he's got fluffy hair all of a sudden. So we'll start our little show with Hunter, because he was the first dog I was able to grab. Louis had his back turned to me, so. Oh, we got some rain coming in the south. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Everybody's excited with their pom-poms out. I guess time will tell. Tomorrow night we'll know. But we're going to get into all that. We got big storms up north today and tomorrow to watch. Kind of locked in this pattern here of high pressure surrounding the Atlantic. What's my buddy Richard doing? What's up, Richard? Good morning, Gus. Teresa, good morning. Morning, Angel Baby, Max, Annie. What's up, Miss Vicky, Mary Carol, Stephanie? Good to see y'all. Daryl, Mobile, Alabama. Talladega. Just got done. I go to the October race. I have a lot of folks that were asking me, why aren't you at Talladega? We had the Oldsmar Hurricane Expo. That was huge. I'll go into that. Emily had softball. There's just no way I could have went. So we go to October. Rays won again. What about last night at Eric? I didn't even follow because I was. He is fluffy, Natalie. My little boy. All right, so let's talk about the radar and what's been going on. I'm going to talk a little bit about the live that I did last night. I did a ferry, Clearwater Ferry live. There's the current radar. I want to talk about that a little bit. As you know, we boat a lot. We took a boating picture yesterday. This is current radar, by the way. We got a little bit of rain over there in southeast Georgia. I don't know, anybody watching southeast Georgia? You had a little funky little storm cloud come through early morning. It was a little unexpected, I think, maybe. Go to your wedding, William? That's a great invitation. I don't know. Maybe. If I can do it, maybe. But congrats, first off. Moving up in the world, all about that, Annie. Oh, no. Oh, boy. So let me show you a couple things here we got posted, and then we'll say hello here and there. That's current, by the way. I did want to talk about this real quick. So here's my Hurricane Expo. Hurricane Expo was phenomenal. We had our first one of about 5 that I'm doing. Rays 5 wins. They did win. Julia, they won last night. I hate their nighttime schedule. Oh, that's right. Oh, I watched it. What are you talking about?
We didn't know that already. It was on earlier.
I watched the end of it because we were flashing between the Talladega and the Rays. It was 4-2, and Fairbanks was the closer. I watched it. Like I said, so I went out last night. We're gonna get into that, but my days are all messed up. All right, so we had a Hurricane Expo here in Oldsmar at the Nielsen Building. Thank you, Nielsen, for your hospitality. It was awesome. Huge turnout. I was so shocked. We were in a big auditorium. Every seat was taken. There was standing room only. There's the mayor with me, Miss Katie Gannon. And I thought it went really good. So I met a lot of folks. Thank you for coming. I wish I had a picture of the crowd, but met some great folks here. And there's a few pictures. A couple folks tagged me in. Whoops. There's a nice, cool one there. She's a supporter. Great kids. A lot of people taking pictures by the truck. Yeah, it's a great day. So thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I have one coming up this Saturday at Dunedin, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So Dunedin City Hall, I'll be speaking there. Kind of the same speak almost. There's really no point of changing it. So if you came to Oldsmar, it won't be much different. But if you want to do another Hurricane Expo, there's one this Saturday at Dunedin. And I'll be at that one. And I'll have a booth set up. And I believe Storm Smart and U.S. Flood Control are going to be there, 2 of our supporters. So if you want information on flooding prevention devices for your home, business, definitely check out Tiger Dam, U.S. Flood Control, and Storm Smart, which we've been doing a lot of talking with their roll-down hurricane protection for patios and windows. They'll be there too. So come on out and see us. Julie will be there, and Sarah. We'll have some swag to give away. And come up and say spinach, and you can get some Jim Beam swag too, on top of some Mike's Weather Page swag. So that'll be this week coming up. There you go. So hope to see you. Then we got Palm Harbor the following weekend. Can't believe it. So yesterday I posted this. Oh, thank you, Mojo. Hey, I'm trying. A couple here, a couple there. So this was yesterday. We were on the water all day. If you know me, we've been boating for almost 20 years. It's nothing new. We love it. We love going out to the islands and going to eat dinner. And got home, and of course you saw the footage last night of that Clearwater Ferry incident. And I had something told me to go out there, so I went out there. And as you know, I did some Facebook Lives, and I was at the Seminole Boat Ramp and took the picture here that kind of went viral. Walked up on the bridge, looking down. Very shallow there. If you're familiar with the area, this looking off to the north of this is Sand Key. Is that right? Sand Key Bridge. But it's Clearwater Beach, basically. There is video of this. I found webcam footage. It is now beginning to be shared. I did not want to share it. Just something told me not to. I don't really, since we had injuries and stuff. So that's all I got to say about that. The reason I posted it is most all the boaters follow our page. I met some folks yesterday while I was there that knew people involved and they knew the page. So we have a lot of boaters and I boat. So it meant, important to me to post what was going on here in my hometown. And like I said, there is video of it out there. I chose not to share it. I just didn't want to share it. So that's what that was all about. But I got home late. I did call Clearwater Police and try to help. And got home late. Got about 4 hours sleep. That's why I don't know what day it is. But still awful to have that happen on the water. So there's our rainfall map for the next 5 days. This is through Saturday. I'm going to talk about it. So happy birthday. Whose birthday is it, Kim? Not mine. Jay says you need some rain in the armpit. Where would that be? Which side of the state is considered the armpit? Jacksonville side or Big Bend area? I don't even know. Because I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what side is considered the armpit. Not to fill me in. There was a lot of action on the water yesterday. So, all right. So there's the rain. Let's talk about it. A couple storms today, obviously, to worry about. Here's kind of a teaser. We always talk about the Bermuda high pressure system. Well, guess what? We got a system coming across the north currently today. It's going to kind of reposition our Bermuda high, and we're going to have a flow pattern change. And believe it or not, the high is going to weaken a little bit, and that's going to allow moisture to flow up through the state into the southeast Georgia some. And we're going to have that classic rain, possibly sea breeze collisions where we get rain moving in and moving inland tomorrow. So it could have a little bit of increased rain. We could see the classic looking east thunderstorms. And there's a rocket launch today too, I believe, right, Shelley? Yeah, Chris, it was a very tragic story. Scary story. If when you see the video, you'll be like, man, scary stuff. But there you go, moisture. This is precipitable water. This is the amount of moisture. Everybody say it together. Moist. Sure. This is precipitable water. Amount of water in the atmosphere. So that's why we had center state, west state. This tomorrow. A little more rain. So we're going to get into it here in a second. But more rain there today and then more rain there tomorrow. And then that's it for a while. That's all I got to say about that. There's your rainfall through Tuesday night, just to give you a teaser what we're going to talk about. Could have close to an inch for some, maybe. Gainesville, Cal area, down the Villages, maybe. Not a lot, though. That's 0.1. Okay, this is not a lot to get excited about. Moist. Carrie, what's up, Carrie? Live downtown? Yes, I know it does break my heart, too. And we just drove by that ferry like an hour before. And I boat that area so much. And it was at dusk. And I'm sure the lighting was rough. And I don't want to get into any of that. That's why I don't want to post the video. All right. Storms today. Here's the latest. Big storms expected here, north part. Storms down into Texas, too. So there's two areas watching potential storms today. We've had this locked-in pattern now forever. But Texas, down in Mexico, all the way to Canada, we got storms today. And severe storms potentially to worry about. We're going to talk about. That's today. Here's the latest tornado outlook. Little area in Oklahoma hatched. And then a big area of hatched. A lot of people in hatch. That's almost the whole state of Wisconsin, down into Minnesota there. So hatched means conditions are favorable for EF2 or greater. So who had a thunder shower, Teresa? So I Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. I saw a big cloud over there yesterday. It looked like that cloud was around North Tampa, maybe Tampa, Bartow. I don't know. Hey, we're getting stars again. What's up with that? Thank you there for the stars. They're popping up. Hey Morgan, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Brandy, good morning. Katie. Pork chop. Oh, sounds good. Who said pork chop? Morgan had a big thunder shower. You got maybe more today. Summerfield. Where's Summerfield at, Teresa? Where the hell is Summerfield? All right, there's tornadoes. Then we got hail today, too. This is a big area of hail. Hail, no! Hail from Texas all the way north to the Great Lakes. Large area of 2-inch or greater. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's going to get it. That's what's so confusing about these graphics. These graphics are just the area of potential, meaning the storms can pop in this area. Not going to be everybody, just little random thunderstorms today in this general area. So keep your eye on the radar and stuff. So tomorrow, boom, guess what? Got a kind of rare enhanced level 3 out of 5 tomorrow. Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. Not often you see that level 3 for storms tomorrow. And we got yellow all the way from Texas again, all the way up to Canada. So we got a large area of storms again tomorrow. It's just that time of year. But notice the Bermuda high is pretty strong right now currently. That has blocked everything pretty much for the last several weeks. Is this high pressure blocks. So anyway, storms tomorrow. Enhanced. That'll get tweaked a little bit more as the day goes on. Here's tomorrow's hail outlook. That's the number one concern is the hail. Large thunderstorms this time of year. Cold up top, hail. So could be big hail, big winds, maybe some tornadoes, but this is the general area tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, it starts kind of hanging out again down in Texas on Wednesday. That's about it. A little bit more summaries here, key messages for today. Basically, severe thunderstorms, Midwest, later tonight, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin. All severe weather hazards are possible today. Hail, 2-inch plus, wind gusts, intense tornadoes, late afternoon, evening. So that's today. Pretty much the green hatched area is for the hail, which goes past Wichita, Minnesota, Duluth, Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then, of course, red is Minneapolis. That's the middle of it, Rochester. Smack dab in the middle there. And my wife was born and raised in Minneapolis and Bloomington, so we have a connection there in Minnesota. Tomorrow storms are here. There you go. A little more zoomed in. Pittsburgh. My mom and dad grew up in Warren, Pennsylvania, right outside of Erie, south there, right between Pittsburgh and Erie. So they would have had severe storms back when they were like 12 years old, meeting and dating as youngsters. Hard to believe they met like at 12 and 13. But I always say, life expectancy back then wasn't as long. So 12 and 13 was probably like 18 and 19 today, right? But here they are. My dad still going strong at 87. He's like the Energizer bunny. But this is tomorrow. All right. A little bit on the rain. Oh, look at this little swirl. This could be setting up May the 9th. I don't know. That's pretty far along. We'll see about that. This is precipitable moisture, but I thought it would be cool to kind of show you. So today, here's that storm system today. But what it does, it kind of pushes our high pressure down a little bit, and it kind of rotates up moisture and kind of brings a little bit more moisture into the south. And there it is. Boom. That's precipitable water. See that? That's today and tomorrow. So that moisture is a little bit more favorable conditions, breaking down that high pressure a little bit and allowing for some rain. So there's that. That's why we have rain chances a little bit more today in the state. Here's what the future radar might look like in the southeast. Here's that little rain popping today. We had a little surprise rain in Georgia this morning, I have a feeling. And then today we get a little bit of pop here. This is the rain today. A little bit of rain. Northern Florida, it's lower upper Gulf there. These are the little storms popping today. You can see them. Pretty much middle state north. Storms Monday. And then tomorrow, guess what? This is through today. We're going to still see some storms popping here late this evening. And then tomorrow, a little bit more chance. Now, we're getting that classic morning rains, possibly on the Atlantic side. Shelly, you might wake up to some pitter-patter, not Rudolph. You get some pitter-patter of raindrops on your metal roof in the morning. Classic morning rains. This is classic Florida in a nutshell that we used to have every damn day. It seemed like it. We don't get it anymore. But rain in the morning over here, maybe on the East Coast, and look at that flow pattern across the state tomorrow. Classic. I might go thunderstorm chasing tomorrow. Well, no, because Emily's got her last softball game tomorrow night. Hopefully it doesn't rain. What time's your game, Julie? 1 and 3. Well, we might be okay. Looks like it's going to be here. But look at that. Would you just look at that? Classic thunderstorms. Here in Florida. Oh, we don't want rain on our last game here. All right, so here's today. That's today. Popping today. See, that's today. Everything today. Going to see some thunderstorms. And then tomorrow, a little bit of rain on the East Coast in the morning. Classic. And then throughout the day, here it comes. And it looks like it's going to be by us at 5. Classic 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Well, let's hope she starts the first game. There's rain at 5 o'clock. So, hey. I'm kind of excited about that. Hey, Smoky Mountain, Cylindro, what's up? Oh, you're going to get a little moisture, Peter Patter, Shelly. Sahara and Dust, Eden. Well, hey, it's a little early for that. But it's always thick in April, May. Let's take a look at it. I got a couple links here. This is Animal Precipitable Water Map right here. You can click on this one. I haven't looked at it all year. Let's hope it's there. It's there. This is not the right map. What am I talking about? It's down here farther. Where is it? Oh, it's on this side. Right here. Animated dust map. There it is. All right. There's the dust map. There we go. Let's see. This is dry air and dust. This one's tough because there's a lot of dry air this time of year. So let's do a different one. Let's look at NASA. Did they change it? There it is. Then we look at tropical Atlantic. There they are. They moved it a little bit. Ooh, we got a little bit coming off. Look at that. So very normal this time of year, but there's a big plume. All right. So hey, a little bit down at Barbados today. Yep. There's a little bit down there, the ABC Islands. A little bit of dust. See that? Dust on the bottle. It's going to make its way into the Caribbean middle week. And a little bit reaches Puerto Rico maybe by the 7th. Nothing too big, but it's always heavy this time of year. You'll get a lot of dust. It'll be the talking points. It doesn't really time down, but I'm telling you what, everything's 60 degrees. This is the spot to watch. Really, we have not seen much coming off of Africa in so many years. Barrow last year was like the last true Cape Verde style system. I remember we were watching it for a long time, early season. Hey, we just played tic-tac-toe. Your move. Excessive rainfall. I want to point this out. Tomorrow, heavy rain possibly here. Flooding rains. Anytime we get red, it's important to talk about. This is tomorrow. And here is Wednesday. A little bit more into Arkansas. So a couple days of rain. Tuesday, Wednesday, and it kind of pushes off a little bit on Thursday. So there's that. That's about it, really. I don't want to talk too much. Bermuda high forecast for cane season, Mike. Hey, Mike Soul. The only place I really go, I haven't really been able to figure this one out. I mean, Levi's got a good site, Tropical Tidbits. If you go to Climate and look at like monthly, let's say CFS monthly, you can actually look at some parameters like 850, modeling monthly, kind of like an idea maybe possibly where it's at. I don't know anomaly wise. This is anomaly wise. I just really haven't figured it out yet on long range prediction of the Bermuda High. So not a good one to ask on that. It's something I'm trying to really learn. Nobody else talks about it either, but it is good. Tropical Tidbits has it. You can look at CFS monthly and SIPS monthly and get some 3-month averages for July, August, September there. You can get August, September, October there. I think the blue... I could reach out to Levi and he can... I don't know if it's a little weaker. This is 500 millibar, I think. Is this my 500? No, this is sea level. It could be a little weaker, maybe, on this one. But the CFS is a little stronger, if that's how we read them. A little more higher pressure. Typically, we have more higher pressure in a neutral La Nina year. There is long-range wind shear forecasts too, which are a little bit more accurate. Here's lower wind shear values across the Caribbean. Below zero is the mean. Below wind shear on the CFS. Oh, thank you, sweetie. That's nice. Where'd you come from?
Okay.
My daughter just brought me Starbucks. Look. So, skeeters, the mosquitoes. Saw a love bug yesterday. Uh-oh. Jesse, I like a good lightning photo too. Mike, I just don't know. The only thing though I do know, Mike, is that we do see a stronger high based on storm tracks on El Nino versus La Nina years. And if you want to do your own little homework, 2 things. Do this. I know you, Mike, you like to do this kind of stuff. So look at the El Nino page and look at historical values. Historical information. Go up here to the top episodes. Look at the red years or El Nino years, and it's, you can look back all these years, and then look at the look at 23, very strong El Nino year, and we had a lot of fish storms and very few went west. So I always bring this one up. 20 storms that year. I know I say it all the time. 4th most active season ever. However, look, everything was out over here. We had a lot of fish storms. Very weak high pressure system. We had Idalia. But all this activity, which typically indicates strong wind shear coming across the Caribbean, and my theory is it just disrupts the Bermuda High, obviously by storm tracks, are very active. I don't ever see anybody else talking about this. Started picking this up a long time ago. 18 was another year I know we talk about. Let's look at a couple of other El Nino years. But obviously 18... same pattern, very strong El Nino, a lot of storms in the Atlantic, very few. Unfortunately, we still had Michael. No, let's look at another strong El Nino year. 15. Let's take a look at 15. 15. Well, there you go, 15. 15 had nothing in the Gulf, nothing in the West, just a few storms in the Atlantic. 11 systems that year. 15 was a strong El Nino. We're not in El Nino, by the way. Let's see. 2004 was an El Nino year. So was 9. So 4 and 9. Let's look at 9. I mean, look at that. 9 storms. Most of them are in the Atlantic. Only 1 or 2. So yeah, and then of course the opposite is neutral La Nina years, stronger high, more push west. I talked about it last year, and we saw that. We saw a lot more west activity into the Gulf. So that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Edon. Oh, I saw your comment. Cooling in main development region. Well, because this time of year we have a lot of strong winds out there. Very normal. The strong trade, I don't know if they call them officially trade winds, but we just have a lot of strong winds across the main development region this time of year, and it creates a lot of upwelling. So anytime you get a lot of winds across the area, you just get that. And when you start adding in Saharan dust, which we don't have right now, you're going to see cooling across the main development region. It's just normal. The years that I've seen talking points of the Saharan dust being thick, we've had a big cool down in the main development region, but it's the water underneath, and it warms up so quick. So it's deceiving to see cooler waters in the main development region. I track a website here, McNulty's website, McNulty Products. You click on heat content. You can look at anomalies. This general map here is showing you that from 2013 to 2024, the blue is the average ocean heat content, which is the amount of heat below the surface. And you can see we're pretty much second or third warmest year currently at April 16th, the last check. Last year we were way up here, but you can see 23 was the darker red, and it caught up to 24. And 24 obviously was very warm. On the anomaly map, obviously 24, we had a lot of storms and a lot of potential, a lot of rain. This, more heat content brings more rain, more moisture, more fuel. But this is a good tracking site to kind of get an idea where we're at. And we're still above normal, believe it or not. I'm not too, concerned about far Atlantic. It just seems like unless you live in the Caribbean, obviously, yes. Barbados, Lesser Antilles, Windward Islands, you want to pay attention to the main development region. And because of Beryl last year was a very rare system. So 24, I don't know why 24 was the hottest year. 24 carried over from 23. Now look, so if you look at here's kind of what happened. If you look at 23 ended here. This line here is 23. So 23 ended the season still warm. So basically 24 continued that warmth. It never really cooled down. So really 24 was warm because of 23. 23 was warm. Every year, less winds, less upwelling. I don't know. I just know the waters are a little warmer than normal. Not a lot. This year, not as bad. I will say that. They're not like they were last year. Last year, the big talking point was how much, super duper, supercharged the waters are. But most of it's fueled, by the Gulf Stream. We have a very pronounced loop current setting up here. This is, what we watch throughout the year. This is your Gulf Stream. This is what dumps in. We have a lot of strong loop eddies out there, which are it's tough to keep an eye on. Stronger, Gulf Stream breaks off these little loop eddies. They break off and they end up drifting to the west. We get a new loop current. The year of Ida, we tracked it. Ida had a very deep loop current that year that the storm rode up on. These are just warm pockets of hot water, and it helps, warm the Gulf. Gulf's warming up. I don't know if we have any official 82s yet. I'm sure we will. We do have one down here, 82. It was 79 in the boat. Almost 80 degrees off of our boat yesterday. The water's warming up. But there's 82. So it's getting up there. It'll get up there quick. It always does. It's just... I believe my day is doing good, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bobby. How you doing? Trade winds weaken. They always weaken. Adele wants to know about the ferry incident. Well, again, I covered a lot of that. It started out as a mass casualty event, and that could mean a lot of things, apparently. One confirmed fatality. There was 6 or so trauma, significant. I don't know the correct words. I haven't saw any updates. I don't know who the fatality was. I'm just trying to stay neutral on it. Like I said, there is video out of the boat incident from a webcam. It'll be out there. I just don't want to share it. I take enough heat from showing a hurricane. I'm not going to show actual footage of, that. But the picture was enough. But the boat did climb the ferry. And it looked like it was on top of the ferry, I will tell you that. And it looked like they had to put it in reverse to get off the ferry. But that's all. I don't know. You'll see it. You'll see the whole video. There you go, Chris. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. And it was chaos because, they had to transport people. They didn't know people were in the water. It was dark. And to me, again, people are like, why is he reporting that? And I get it. Well, things that close to home that affect me because we boat and we know that area very well and we hang out in that water. So it really was a different feeling for me because it's, hits a little bit more home. That's, I try to keep Mike's weather page kind of pertinent or consistent, I wouldn't have posted that much on an incident from an area that I wasn't too familiar with. How about that? So. Yeah, it is. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more, Jesse. Maybe they haven't been able to contact family. Gus, have a great day, buddy. Like your dolphins. We saw dolphins yesterday. Saw about 4 or 5 of them were swimming southbound in the Intracoastal Waterway. It was pretty cool. I always love to see dolphins. It's always pretty cool. But I'm going to wind her down here and thank everybody for tuning in. Remember, we stream live on Wednesday, Friday. May 15th, we're going daily, Monday through Friday. And then if there's tropics, we stream at night and we stream on the weekends. Our good friend Shelly over there, always on our chats, keeping everybody up to date. Dolphins, there you go. I grew up with, I was the biggest Marino fan. Duper and Clayton were my boys. A couple things on my webpage. I mentioned our Dunedin Hurricane Expo. We got 2 of my good friends coming. We got Storm Smart coming. They're locally here at the Florida West Coast, but they deal with huge area with their rolled down hurricane protection. 100,000 installs since 96, 450 employees, huge company. They have a great vision. They love to help storm victims, help before a storm, after a storm. They're kind of like Mike's weather page in a big way there. But check them out. They have some great products for storm protection. Storm catcher screens are very popular. They're roll down screens. Found out a lot of our MWPs have these and they've praised them. So we appreciate their support of what we do. And we're going to be sitting next to them at the Dunedin Expo. So you can come by and say hey and learn all about them and their great products. So we'll be seeing y'all there this Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning. There you go. So we got one more minute. Jesse, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Beth, yeah, very sad. Dan Marino, Mike, Pittsburgh. God, I used to love me and my dad would love watching Miami against Steve Young, Montana days, Boomer, Kelly, McMahon. The Super Bowl Shuffle Crew. The only team to beat the Super Bowl Shuffle Crew that year was Miami. I think Duper has his RV at Daytona. We sat there across from him one time. All right, well, that's it for me. Remember, you can always find out when our next Daily Brew is on the very top of my page here, and that is right there. It'll be Wednesday. And I'm heading to Dunedin now to do a couple promo videos. So I might do some pictures showing the Dunedin marina, why it's closed, because we still have a lot of seawall damage there from the hurricane. So that's my plan. All right. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching as always. And we will see you on Wednesday. And if you want to be a bigger part of our page, then go right here to subscribe to be MWP Brew Crew and be a big part and get a lot of perks. So sign up today. Shelly will send you an email with all the